I am constantly shaking my head at what ridiculousness President Trump is blasted for. I guess legitimate reasons like promoting regime change over oil lines, not making his own party fix the healthcare system, and not draining the swamp doesn't trend well. As it seems, some media outlets form their headlines based on views and not actual newsworthiness, with the latest attempt of criticism nothing short of pathetic. Over the weekend, President Trump was slammed by several media outlets for his comments about Kim Jong-un and former Vice President Joe Biden. Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that, President Trump told reporters during a joint news conference with Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Now, Trump followed that later by saying, "I can tell you that Joe Biden was a disaster." Trump argued his administration with President Obama, they were basically a disaster when it came to so many things. Commenced the meltdown. As how dare President Trump say anything remotely nice regarding a dictator who currently the U.S. is trying to negotiate the nukes and missiles out of his hands. And to make matters worse, President Trump not only didn't defend the former VP, but also agreed with the North Korean slam. He took it even further, calling Kim Jong-un a very smart man in reference to Kim not wanting to build an economically strong country based on nuclear standings. So I guess the critics don't agree with the phrase, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar, and that it works with trigger-crazy nuke tyrants, nor have they gotten used to the idea that President Trump is not going ever to be diplomatic in his expressions. Not to mention, those enraged by this want you to be angry at the word choice, not at the fact that President Trump is being honest in how he feels. I have to wonder where this rage at word choice was when the present receiver was the one throwing the insults. There's so many nicknames I'm inclined to give this guy. You can just start with clown, Joe Biden said to supporters at a fundraiser, according to Politico. He went on to call the president a no-good SOB at that same fundraiser. But that doesn't matter. It's coming from a former vice president aimed at the current president. And frankly, I don't have a problem with either. Granted, President Trump takes honesty to a new level in political speak. But would we not rather know directly what a politician thinks of another than a layered diplomatic response which leaves more questions than answers? If a word choice by the president is the only negative headlines which can be created by the press in this environment, then President Trump might actually be able to claim a successful state visit to Japan. Now, of course, you might have to listen real close to hear about those positive points in the media. Well, that's unless you're listening to this show.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.